Hello! The groomsmen's gifts that stayed up till 3:30 last night. Yeah. And the Harry Potters for Al is the best man in driving back to DC. That's something.
I'm just glad I could throw this whole party.
Why you gotta have that all up on me now? Black eye. Let's go. Oh, I am so excited. I am really excited.
Oh, Brian! Come in!
How are you?
Just fine.
Good.
Just fine.
said when I stopped the university historic name here, the non-standard football program. I don't think you get a first. Super ride. Help us out. Nothing money or something. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't have any cash for that purpose. Hey, I was a little cool in here.
All right. Oh my God. Oh my God. More people. Okay. Well, I'll get them, honey. Hold on. You can have your other one. I don't know. How did they get dressed? Alrighty. Oh my gosh, that's so great. I know. You have a cruise ship? You have two. In case one of them catches on.
Should have done that. He loves me. He loves me.
Could we be any more attractive? Nothing to be worried about. Blue skies. Look. Yo! You open your car real quick.
But it looks like
We are gathered in the presence of God and one another to celebrate the marriage of Chesney and Chad. As we gather here, let us collect ourselves into a congregation, those of us who love these two, that we may support them and care for them, for we represent to them the human population with its traditions and obligations. Marriage is one of the institutions that is in the process of change in our society. Marriages today, unlike in the past, are based on personal love and a great freedom in choosing one another. This builds the soundest possible basis for a permanent commitment, but it demands great faith, great love, great generosity, and especially continuing cooperation. Such a relationship demands the dedication to continue to adjust to one another and as a family to the changing world in which we live. Treat yourselves and each other, Chesney and Chad, with respect and remind yourselves often of what brought you together. Give the highest priority to the tenderness, gentleness, and kindness that your connection deserves. When frustration, difficulty, and fear assail your relationship, as they threaten all relationships at one time or another, remember to focus on what is right between you, not only the part which seems wrong. In this way, you can ride out the storms when clouds hide the face of the sun in your lives, remembering that even if you lose sight of it for a moment, the sun is still there. And if each of you takes responsibility for the quality of your life together, it will be marked by abundance and delight. Chesney and Chad, having found one another in the living of their lives, and as they enter into this marriage, let us support them as they face the future, that we may aid them in their ability to move ever into a future better than the present. As those who most love each of these individuals, let us put aside all obligations and claims to them separately, and love and support them as one unit, created by God as each was created by a person. In a wedding ceremony, the betrothal is the I wills, or the pledge to the society. And so I'd like to ask you, in your program, in the beginning, in the very front, you'll find the betrothal. Please read it with me. Chesney and Chad, as you enter into this lifelong marriage with one another, will you cherish and respect each other? Will you be open and tolerant to your individual ideas and ways of being? Will you give one another privacy and attention in those measures appropriate to your common lives? Will you be tolerant of one another's weaknesses and rejoice in your strength? Will you be stalwart in times of poverty and sickness? Will you love each other through those times when love grows thin and stretched, certain that it will spring back? Will you act towards one another and your children always with gentleness and acceptance, always without violence? Will you do all this?
We will.
Who presents these people to be married?
We do.
We do.
Thank you. Shake hands if you wish. Chesney and Chad, there is more to marriage than the obligations placed upon you by society, and there are deeper vows than any society can ask. These are those you make in your singular privacy before only God. This is your covenant with each other, sealed and witnessed by God and the love which is in your hearts. Chesney, what promises do you make to Chad?
Chad, my life has changed so much since that fateful night when mice became horsemen and a pumpkin transformed into a carriage. You have made my life whole, and I can truly say that I found my better half in you. As we enter our new lives together, uncertain of what the future holds, I promise you this. I will always be the safe haven
For you to come home to.
for you to come home to.
And care for you.
I will care for you when you're sick, and I will hold your hand when you're unsure of yourself. I promise never to stop living life, as if every moment is precious, and to show you every day how much I love you.
I will support you.
I will support you in your own endeavors
and help you to grow.
and help you to grow as an individual and in our life together. I promise
to share with
to
you.
share with you honestly and to be your partner and your best friend. And most of all, I promise to love you for the rest of my life. You're the world to me.
Chad, what promises do you make to Chesney?
Falling in love with you's been the easiest thing that I've ever done. And pledging my life to you is even easier. And I stand here today with no qualms in my heart as to the quality of our relationship, the mutual respect that we have for one another, and the undying love between us. My life has changed dramatically since I first met you. And I see now from your eyes the man that I've always wanted to become. From within this union, I have found peace, I have found comfort, and I have found a safe place that will always be my home. Chesney, you are my best friend, you are my confidant, and you are my silliest playmate. And I pledge to you on this, our wedding day, to always be there to support you, to allow you room to grow, and to never take our love for granted to the end of our days. Love you.
Chad, what symbol do you give of your commitment to Chesney?
This ring,
Take it, place it on her hand, and repeat after me. With this ring,
I marry you.
I marry you.
Chesney, what symbol do you give of your commitment to Chesney?
Ring.
Place it on his hand, and repeat after me. With this ring,
I marry
I
you.
marry you.
you.
Now you will feel no rain, for each of you will be shelter to the other. Now you will feel no cold, for each of you will be warmth to the other. Now there will be no loneliness, for each of you will be companion to the other. Now you are two persons, but there is only one life before you. May beauty surround you both in the journeys ahead and through all the years. May happiness be your companion and your days together be good and long upon the earth. Amen. And now, by the power invested in me by God and by the state of Alabama, Chad Mitchell Moore and Chesney Yerby Moore, I pronounce you husband and wife. I present to you the Moores.
No, it wasn't too bad.
I didn't actually cry.
Once that sweet girl works with Lacey, she was trying to communicate with me. And I was like, I can get you this. I'm like, God.
As long as we took a right or the wind came over. I flew to Colorado once from Birmingham.
Because we've been our vows together and really focus on each other. When I turned around, I was like, oh, people. I was like,
You probably didn't know the planes went over, had no idea there's planes got to close. You just can't figure out the
There we go.
Caught me.
That's right.
Because I had already read this, so I didn't have to explain what you were saying. I just thought, what you're going to do. They actually two times. Do you want to be done that devotion in your cat? Just a day.
And that was back in freaking February. You done?
Watch the words.
They pretty much
Like all the windows, right? It still looks like that.
Gotta get everybody in it.
That's your charge.
Oh dear.
Turn around. Oh.
Oh, don't pay attention.
Now, you know, you need to be asking all these people how they know
Good show.
Let's not talk about
Gotta get everybody on it. Oh, just ignore me. Just keep going. That's all.
Just normal stuff? Yeah. You don't want us to say anything like the Chad or Chesney?
Yeah, really.
Nothing to scare.
Don't do that on camera.
I don't see how they did it, because I mean, when you get under pressure like that, it's like, what's my
Because they're just going and going and they're
He also works like a thing.
Yeah.
Well, I had to come back from life to breastfeeding. She was like 39. He gave me probably 20 minutes.
Not yet.
Pay no attention.
They hadn't.
get it back together.
Okay. I love great. Oh, yeah, I love it. Oh, Bill. You mean, you're in the picture, please? All right. You ready? Dripping.
You made it. Doing a great job.
I'm trying
I'm good.
My name is Al, and I am, for those who don't know, I'm the best man. This is the part where I'm supposed to say something nice about Chad. First, I say that I'm incredibly honored to be here, incredibly honored to be part of this beautiful ceremony. I've known Chad for, I was doing the math, I've known Chad for going on 25 years. 20. We met in the 2nd grade. It's an ugly story about him taking over the front row that I won't get into. But we were Cub Scouts together. His mother was a den master along with my mother. We did things on big wheels that I still can't believe we survived. We met back up again in college. And again, we did some more things that I still can't believe we survived. And then we met up again after college, and we've been roommates. So I've known Chad for a very, very long time. Great guy. Chad told me a few years ago they decided to move to Birmingham. And I said, that's great. Really, Birmingham? That's great. Way to go, Chad. But that was before I was versed in Birmingham, which now I know as God's country. It is the best of Birmingham. I've been down here a lot. It's been a blast every time. And so Chad's life has changed pretty dramatically since he arrived here in Birmingham. Some smaller things happened. You know, he bought a house. He expanded the family business. He got to know a lot of great people. But one very big thing happened, and that is he got to meet the love of his life in Chesney. For those of us who have been around for a little bit and see the two of them together, the love between the two of them is an amazing thing to behold, and it warms everyone's heart. It's truly beautiful. And I've known Chad for all this time, and I've never seen him so at peace, so calm, so happy as he's been since he's known Chesney. Now, having known Chad 25 years, I've also known the Moores for 25 years. And Chad, you are getting to become part of one of the great families ever. They're fun, they're entertaining, they're tight. And the people who were around last night, who got to see all the stories and toasts, and know just how great both of these families are. So, before I ramble on anymore, let's go ahead and do the toast to Chad and Chesney. May their lives together be full of joy. May their lives together be full of laughter. And most importantly, may their lives together be full of love.
Okay. Okay, y'all, I was worried. I had laryngitis yesterday. Nothing was coming out, so you'll have to bear with me here a little bit. But for those of you who don't know me, I'm Misty Summerford, or Elizabeth Wallen now. I'm kind of changed. And I have been Chesney's best friend for 22 years. Not quite as long as they have, but then Chad's rocking the cradle a little. Yeah. So, being her best friend and knowing her this long, I feel like I know her just about as well as anyone. And I can tell y'all that she's perfect. I hate to say it, but she really is. And so being perfect, I'm always looking for, there's got to be a perfect guy. And that's going to be very, very hard to live up to. She'd bring him home, or wherever. I would meet them in high school, in college. Nope, not gonna work. Nope, not gonna work. So, if she brings Chad, my husband and I just bought a house and we've been in it maybe 2 weeks or so, and she brings Chad over. He spends the whole weekend just working. Did more, I think, then than we've done since we've been in it. But he gets climbing up on a ladder, gets stung by a wasp right between his eyes. So, I'm thinking, this might be it. But so, no, he was really great. And we get in the car and I said, so when are y'all getting married? So we have finally found one, and I don't think there could be anyone better to take my place as her best friend. And Chesney and Chad, and they're being best friends for the rest of their lives.
Small toast. First, I just want to say how fortunate I am to have such a lovely, wonderful bride. She really is my best friend, and look forward to many, many happy years together. And sorry, I still am probably talking really quietly. No one heard me out there, apparently. But that's why we printed them. So you get a copy. I also wanted to thank Chesney's family for coming and for being so supportive of both of us, and to my family as well, and for everyone that showed up this evening to celebrate this wonderful event. So thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
And your days together be good and long upon the earth. Amen. And now, by the power invested in me by God and by the state of Alabama, Chad Mitchell Moore and Chesney Yerby Moore, I pronounce you husband and wife. I present to you the Moores.
Too hard.
No, it wasn't too bad.
I didn't actually cry.